Hello everyone, this is Tom Ray, e-learning and content manager for Fluke eMaint, and today I'm going to show you an overview of Fluke Mobile for eMaint X5. So let's get started. First of all, I would like to show you where to obtain the app for Fluke Mobile. If you are on an Android device, you will go to the Google Play Store, search for Fluke Mobile, and this is the one that you want to download. Click the install button, and it will download onto your device. If you click the play button here to watch the video, you should see me in the video, and if you do, then you know you're looking at the right thing. Look at that handsome guy right there. So you know you're looking at the right thing if you see myself. If you have an Apple device, simply go to the Apple Store, the App Store, and the same thing, do a search for Fluke Mobile, and you'll see the icon here to click on and install. The video is not here for me, so kind of sad face there, but it's no problem. Okay, now we're going to say that you have the app installed on your device. The first thing that you will do when you have the app is you will need to log in. Everyone has their very own custom URL. It's typically going to be your tenant name or your account name. In this case, it's tomdemo.x5.flukemobile.com. When you set up your app, you'll go to your settings here and you'll put in that server address that we tell you in this little box right here. Again, we're going to give you this information so you don't have to worry about figuring it out yourself. We'll tell you that. I'm going to log in now as one of my users in this Fluke Mobile X5 account. And when you log in, you're going to be greeted first with the site. X5 is multi-site, so you could technically be at any of these sites here. I'm going to stay with this Bonita Springs site and click the update button to log into that site. As an overview of Fluke Mobile, I'm going to just walk you through what the buttons do. Mine, all, the magnifying glass, and the two triangles here. And then I'm going to talk to you briefly about assets, work requests, and the more button. Again, this is meant to be an overview, not to be a deep dive. We're going to do the deep dive into the other components of Fluke Mobile in later videos. Let's get started. The Mine icon here, if you have it clicked, will show all work orders that are currently assigned to you. Again, just look through the list. These are work orders assigned to me. If I click into the All button, these are all other work orders with no assignments. The great thing about Fluke Mobile for X5 is I could grab one of these that have no assignments, and I could view the details and assign it to myself, and then I could take off and do that work order. I will show you that in more detail when we go over the work order component in its own separate video. As we move across the right-hand part of our screen, you will see the magnifying glass. This is our search feature. You can search by work order number, brief description, work order type, the asset, or the person the worker is assigned to. The only reason I see assignee here is because I'm in the All button. So I could look and see who the work is assigned to. If I go back to the Mine button and hit the magnifying glass, you'll notice the assignee is automatically myself. Again, you can search by any of these criteria, click your search button, and then it will automatically search for that particular thing you're looking for. The last thing to look at the top is the up and down triangle. This will enable us to do some sorts. The sorts are scheduled date, work order number, priority code, and also the RIME ranking. Let's say that we want to search by the work order number. If I click that, I can also now sort that ascending or descending based on the arrow here. I like to have it the largest number on the top because typically that's the most recent work order. Let's go into click this again to make it go away. And let's look at the other components that are here inside of Fluke Mobile for X5. At the bottom here, you have assets. If I click here, this will show me information about my assets that are in the system. I can do the same search here and search for them. If I've barcoded my assets, I could use the built-in barcode reader and I could find the asset that way. If I have nothing selected here and I click search, it'll pull up all results. Now we can also go into the asset details and look at things like the work order history, but that's something we're going to do when we talk about assets in its own video. The next component to speak about is work requests. Now, X5 is a permissions-based system. So if you have permission to approve and reject work requests, then you can do it right here from within X5, Fluke Mobile. Simply click View Details to the request, and then approve or reject that request. Of course, you can also make brand new requests as well by clicking the plus button. Again, this is all if you have the permission to do so. If you are a technician and you do not have permission to do work requests, you may not even see it down here at the bottom. So keep that in mind. The last component to speak about in the overview is the More button. This button will show you, again, shortcuts to work orders, assets, and work requests, and also you have information here. If you click into information, you will see the version, the login person, the site, and the server address. This can be very helpful if you need assistance with Fluke Mobile for X5. Just make sure you have this information available to us, then we can help troubleshoot whatever issue you may be having. This version of Fluke Mobile for X5 also has a built-in help guide. Notice that you do have to be online in order to see this help guide. But if you click this button, it'll open it up in a brand new tab, and you'll have this guide where you can click on certain items and view how to do these specific tasks. Moving right along through the More button, information, you also have Send Feedback. If you would like to send us feedback, you can do that from here, and you could even include pictures or a log if need be. And the last thing for our information button that we can do is we can clear the local data. This is something generally that we will have told you to do through support in case we need you to clear the data, and then it will log you out. When you log back in, it'll take a little bit longer to log in because it's rebuilding that database for you. I will click the cancel button. The last thing to look at in the More button is the event status. As you do events in X5 Fluke Mobile, those events will appear here on the screen. A standard practice that we like for you to do is that whenever your technicians are done, we would like for them to click the More button and log out of the system. Now, before you log out of the system, the only thing we would like for you to take a look at is to make sure that you have a little green check here. If you have a green check, then you're okay to log out, and it will be fine. If for any reason there's something else here, like an exclamation point, in that case you would not want to log out, and you would want to contact support to have us troubleshoot that issue for you. Again, this video is meant to just be a brief overview of X5 Fluke Mobile. The later videos in this series will break down work orders, assets, work requests, and the More button into more detail. So I will see you on those next videos. This video was meant to be a brief overview of Fluke Mobile for X5. In the later videos, we will go over the work orders, assets, and work requests in more detail, as well as the More section at the bottom right. That's it for this video. I will see you on the next one.